Hi friends, in the previous classes we completed turbines, three types of turbines, Pelton wheel and Francis turbine and Kaplan turbine, and we completed the conventional questions of Pelton all the turbines, and we discussed in the previous class about the draft tube and some important conventional problem. So now today's topic is the turbine performance. So turbine performance is nothing but after design of, in the previous class we designed about we discussed about the design part and design part of a Francis and a Pelton wheel and a Kaplan turbine. So after designing of any turbine, we should check the performance of a given turbine. So how the performance of given turbine, how it is working, is it good performance or is it given a 100% best efficiency or not. So the turbine performance is nothing but, so after design of a turbine, the performance is determined in the laboratory. Actually the turbine is in very large size, but for checking of turbine performance, we may conduct performance tests on a given turbine, or we can make a turbine with a similar geometries of a big turbine, with a similar geometries of big turbine, with a similar geometries and blade angles and all the geometries, we made a small turbine, that is we run on a laboratory. So what are the importance of this performance is, there are three reasons we have to conduct a performance of a given turbine. So what is the first is the predict behavior of a turbine in a different heads, with a different heads, that may be under a 110 meter head, under 100 meters head or 50 meters head. For example, if it is a Pelton wheel, it works under a higher head, where it is a Francis turbine, it works under a medium head, whereas in a Kaplan turbine, it works on a low head. So within this, for example, if you take the Kaplan turbine, even it is working under a small heads, so we may conduct in different head available to the turbine, so we can conduct a performance and we can find out whether it is given the best efficiency or it is giving the best performance or not. So the first, this performance is conducted in a geometrically or a similar turbine of in a small size in our laboratory. So it gives us three functions. The turbine performance is used for getting the three performance. The first one, predict behavior of a turbine working under a different heads. Second one, make the comparison between the performance of a same turbine within a different situations. Or third one, make the comparison of different types of turbines. For example, the first one is a prediction behavior of turbine in a different heads. So if you take a Francis turbine or Pelton turbine or Kaplan turbine, so we may conduct the performance of a turbine in a different heads. So we are varying the different types of heads. So gradually by controlling of the gate wall or butterfly wall, we may varying the different types of heads, and we may conduct some performances, and after that we are calculating some performance parameters. And second one, comparing of different types of turbines. So this means comparing a different types of turbines. We have three different types of turbines. Till now we are doing so many problems: Pelton wheel and radial flow impulse turbine and axial flow reaction turbine. So we may compare which turbine gives a more efficiency, which turbine gives a more specific speed. So we have to compare in the different types of turbine. So comparison between the Francis as well as a Pelton or as well as a Kaplan. Again, comparing of a same type in a different sizes. So if you take the same type, for example, if you take one type, any one turbine, either Pelton or a Francis either Kaplan. So you take one Pelton wheel in a different size, means different sizes of turbines gives the different performances. So which one is better, means which one is better for geometric conductions and which one is better in the angle of a jet or angle of a blade. So all these things we should consider. So the turbine performance is used for prediction of behavior of turbine in a different heads. So we may conduct the tests on a different types of different heads available and comparing the different types of turbines. So we may conduct, we may compare either three types of turbines, any type of turbine, comparing the same type turbine in a different sizes. So these are the turbine performance. So all these performances we conduct in our laboratory in a small size of turbine. The small size of turbine is a similar geometric model of a real-time turbine. So we made a small turbine with a similarly geometrically same turbine in a real-time situation that we made in our any type of turbine in our laboratory, and we conduct the different types of tests in that on the turbine for prediction of all these prediction behavior of turbine and behavior of turbine in different heads, comparing of different types of turbines, comparing the size of same type in a different size of turbines. So there are two parameters is involved. There are two parameters involved performing of any turbine. That is the first parameter. Two parameters are involved performance of a turbine. The first one is unit quantities, and second one specific speed. So there are two parameters involved of any performance of turbine. The first one is unit quantities and specific speed. So what are the unit quantities? We have three types of unit quantities. The first one, three types of unit quantities. The first one, unit speed. Second one, unit discharge, and third one, unit power. So we may denote a unit speed as a NU, unit discharge as a QU, U for unit, N for speed, unit power as a PU. So that way may be equal into N by root over H, N power root over H, unit discharge is a Q by root over H, unit power is a P by H power of 3 by 2. So these are the unit quantities. So how unit quantities are used? So unit quantities are used for example, if you want to compare the, I am taking a Pelton wheel for comparison. So first we will conduct a test on a Pelton wheel. So first we will supply a head of 200 meter. Head is given to the turbine for a particular 200 meter. So how much the power is the speed of the turbine is there. So how much? So definitely at 200 meter the turbine, this is an example. So I am conducting a test on a Pelton wheel. I am testing at a 200 meter. Its may speed is 2000 rpm. So now the unit speed is N by root H, that is NU. So that is nothing but N is equal to 2000 by 200 root 2. So it is giving some X amount of unit speed. So then same thing you may calculate unit discharge. What is unit discharge? Then Q by root over H. This means under 200 meters it rotates at 200 rpm. Definitely per particular 200 meter, definitely some y amount of discharge will be there, that will be taken as a 20 meter cube per second is giving the discharge. So then you have substituting 2 by root over 200, some y amount of discharge may be we are available. Then for a particular 200 meter available head, it's revolving 200 rpm and it gives the 220 meter cube per second of discharge, and it gives some amount of 200 kilowatt. So then unit power may be 200 kilowatt by root over h, that is root over 200. So it is giving some z amount of power. So this x amount of power is a speed is a unit speed, y amount of discharge is a unit discharge, z amount of power is a unit power. For the same Pelton wheel turbine, now I am giving a supply head of 250 meter. It is here increases. Another one, it's maybe a head of 150 meter. So by using this unit quantities, we may find out what is the speed developed by the turbine. So at 200 meter head, it's rotating at 200 rpm. So then x amount of unit speed is we are obtaining. At that 200 meter head, we may supply available discharge is a 20 meter cube per second, then y amount of discharge we will getting. At a 200 meter given head, it produces a 200 kilowatt power. So then z amount of unit power will be there. So what happened here? So we are conducting the same type of turbine. For Pelton wheel, we are conducting another test at a 250 meter. So at a 250 meter, what is the speed of the turbine, or what is the discharge of the turbine, what is the power developed by the power, we can calculate by using this unit speed, unit discharge, unit power. Because already for a particular 200 meter we are getting x amount of unit speed, then that unit speed we can equal to the 250 meter head available. So NE is equal to whatever n root by. So already this is the x amount of unit speed, then we want to find out the at a particular 250 meter head, so x amount of unit speed is already we can find out, we done completed. So how much speed we can calculate it. So similarly we can calculate the how much discharge it will be available for 250 meter head. So how much power we can develop at 250 meter, as well as varying the heads. So this is used for these unit quantities is used for when if you are varying the different types of different unit heads. So unit heads are varying. So how much unit speed we are getting, how much unit discharge we are getting, how much power we are getting, we can calculate it easily by using this unit quantities. So go for second one, specific speed. Okay, so after completion of unit quantities, then this is a specific speed. So specific speed is nothing but it is defined as the speed of a turbine which is identical in shape, geometrical dimensions, blade angles and gate openings, etc. So the specific speed is used for comparing the different types of turbines. So which type of turbine gives the higher specific speed, which type of turbine gives the lower specific speed. So this specific speed also used for comparing the different types of turbines. Different turbines having the different types of specific speeds. The specific speed we can denote as a NS. N is the specific, N is the speed, S is the specific. So specific speed NS is equal to N root P by H power of 5 by 4. So this is a unit speed. So unit speed is nothing but it is defined as the speed of a turbine which is identical in shape, geometrical dimensions, blade angles, gate opening, etc. The specific speed is used for comparing of different turbines. So the different turbines means how much specific speed is available for a different turbine. So in a given problem, if the specific speed of the turbine is given and it is rotating and it is working under a head of some x meter, for example, I am taking an example. For example, the unit speed is always constant. It is determined, or it is a determined value by conducting a performance test in a laboratory. So this ns is specific speed is always a fixed value. If you know the specific speed of the given turbine, we can find out the how much power it will be developed. For example, for x meter of head, for example a Pelton wheel working under x meter head and it is rotating under some y revolutions. So already for a particular turbine, the ns is a constant values, a fixed values. So then we may be calculated easily how much power it will be developed. For example, if you take a Francis turbine, the Francis turbine having a fixed amount of constant value or fixed specific speed will be there. So for a particular fixed or constant value of specific speed, the Francis turbine is working under x amount of head. Then what happened? For a particular x amount of head, we may getting the value of y amount of speed. Then how much power will be? It will be developed. We can calculate by easily without doing all the entire experiments. By simply knowing the specific speed, we can find out the power or speed or head. For example, if n is known, p is known, we can easily calculate the h. Or h is known or p is known, we can calculate as n. Or n is known and h is known, we can calculate as b. Because ns is almost fixed, it is a reference value for a particular turbine. So the specific speed of the given turbines is varying. So generally the specific speed of a Pelton wheel for a single jet, for Pelton wheel for a single jet, the ns is 8.5 to 30, 8.5 to 30. So this is a specific speed of a Pelton wheel turbine when you are using a single jet. Then Pelton wheel for multi-jet, the specific speed of a Pelton wheel by using a multi-jet is around 30 to 51. So this is a almost a fixed amount of specific speed. It's maybe varying to 30 to 51. Again, for Francis turbine, the specific speed is around 51 to 225. 51 to 225. Then for Kaplan turbine, the specific speed ns is around 225 to 860. 225 to 860 or 865. This is a fixed amount. So by remembering the specific speed of a turbine, we may calculate any one of these when knowing when given in the problem either n or h, we can calculate the how much power we are getting. So these are the performance of a given a turbine. So after calculating the performance, after involving or finding out the performance of any turbine, that is nothing but unit quantities and specific speed. So we can draw some curves, that is the characteristics curves we may draw, and these characteristics after conducting performance test, so we may calculated we may getting unit quantities and specific speed we may getting by conducting a performance test. By using this unit quantities and unit speed, we can plot a graphs that is called characteristics curves. So we can plot a characteristics curves of any turbine. So after performance is conducted of a given turbine in a different situation, varying the discharges, varying the heads, or varying the speed, or maintain the constant speed. So whatever after conducting the performances. So when performance is conducting, we are getting unit quantities and unit speed. After getting unit quantities and unit speed, we may plot a graphs that is called characteristics curves. So The characteristics curves is maybe three types. The first one, constant. These are three types: constant head curves, and third one, constant speed curves, and last one, constant I think so efficiency, I think so, constant efficiency curves, constant efficiency curves. So constant head curves we may call as a main characteristics curves, main characteristic curves. Constant speeds curves we may call as a operating characteristics curves, operating characteristics curves. So these are the very important point of view while conducting performance test. After getting a performance test, we have to draw the characteristics curves. The characteristics curves simply gives the comparisons of a turbine in the different sizes, or comparison of a same turbine in a different aspects. Varying the different aspects means varying the different discharges, different heads, or different speeds. So these are the very important. So all these are the under a turbine performances. So now we may solve some important conventional questions on the turbine performances. So now I am doing some important conventional questions on turbine performance. The first problem on the turbine performance is a turbine develops 900 kilowatt. So a turbine, so the data is given, the turbine develops 900 kilowatt when running at 1000 rpm. So it is running at 1000 rpm is given in the problem. The head on the turbine is 30 meter. So the head on the turbine is available as a 30 meter. So this means under 30 meter it rotating at 1000 rpm and it develops a 900 kilowatt. Full stop. If the head on the turbine is reduces, then this is a case 1. Case 1. The head on the turbine is reduces. So again this is a case 2. Head on the turbine is reduces to 18 meter. So now the head is decreased. So gradually the head is reduced up to 18 meter. So when available head is 18 meter. So what is the speed of the turbine? What is the power of the turbine? So this is they want to find out. So these are the some important problems when you knowing the unit quantities and unit specific speed. So the first case, under a head 30 meter, it revolving 1000 rpm, it produces 900 kilowatt. If suddenly the head on the turbine is decreased to 18 meter, so what is the speed, what is the power? So we can the first case, this is H1, N1 and P1. This is a second case, I am taking H2 as a 18 meter. So then P2 is how, N2 is how much, and P2 is how much. So by using the unit quantities, so we know the three types of unit quantities: unit speed, unit discharge, unit power. So in this problem, it is not given in this above problem, discharge is not given and they don't want to also find out the discharge. So I am erasing. So what is the unit speed? N by root over h. So P is equal to N bar h power 3 by 2 is a unit power. So now I am first find out the by using the first case I am finding out the unit speed. So N is 1000. So head available load is root 30. So the unit speed is around something I didn't find out in my notebook. So then, so we can calculate by using I am doing calculating unit speed 1000 divided by root 30. So we are getting 182.57 unit speed RPM, or unit speed don't have any units. Then unit power P by root over H power 3 by 2. P is nothing but 900 kilowatt. So obviously 900 kilowatt divided by root 30. So then 900 divided by root 30, it gives us a 164.31 of unit power. Then we can find out P2 and N2. So then PU, so I am using N1 H1, P1 H1. So I am using PU N2, again unit speed is equal to N by root over H. So I am taking second case. So then PU also P by H power of 3 by 2. So then I am taking as a P2 and H2. This is a unit power. So already unit speed is now 182.57 equal to N2. So we have to find out N2 by head available, and second case is a root over 18. So by substituting all of this, we are getting a NU. So NU as a 77.46. N as a N2 as a 77.46 RPM. Then same thing, P we have to find out P2 by H4 of 18 over 3 by 2. PO already we find out 164.31. By substituting all of these, second case the power available is around 418.32 kilowatt. So this is this way the unit quantities is used for finding out the power or speed or discharges of when head is varying. So this is the first problem. So we may go for second problem. So this is the answers. Yes, a turbine is to operate under a head of 250 meter. So a turbine operates under head of 250 meter. So head is given 250 meter, and the discharge 250 meter, sorry 25 meter, not 250, 25 meter at 200 RPM. So it revolving 200 revolutions per minute. It rotates 200 revolutions per minute. The discharge is 9 cumes. The discharge is 9 cumes. 1 cume is nothing but 1 meter cube per second. So we write as a 9 meter cube per second. Cume is nothing but meter cube per second. Full stop. If the efficiency is 90%, efficiency is 90%. If the efficiency is 90%, determine the performance of turbine under a head of 20 meter. Head on the turbine is given. So for H1 at a 25 meter, this is the first case. It's developing 200 revolutions. It requires Q1 as a 9 cumes. So it produces efficiency eta1 as a 90%. When the turbine head is available as a, if the turbine, determine the performance of turbine under a head of 20 meter. If the head available is a 20 meter, this means the head is decreases. So when the head on the turbine is 20 meters, they want to find out the turbine performance. So turbine performance means 3 types. What is the turbine performance? N, turbine performance, unit speed, unit discharge, unit power. So in the second case, we need the second case speed. In second case H2, we need Q2. In second case H2, we need P2. So this is a problem. So again in the previous case, first we can find out the NU, QU, PU. So by using a unit quantities, we may calculate the second case values of a given problem. So NU is nothing but N by root over H. Unit discharge is a Q by root over H. Unit speed power is nothing but P by H power of 3 by 2. So by this I am using the first case. So N1 by H1, Q1, H1, P1, H1. So N1 is a 200 RPM divided by root over 25. So we may getting some NU. Again Q1 is a 9 meter cube per second under 25 meter head. So we may getting as a unit discharge something. For head available as a 25 meter, the power developed as we don't know. So we have to find out first unit discharge. So after finding out the unit speed, we can using this unit speed we can use as a N2 by root over H2. So after getting NU is equating to the this equation. So N2 we have to find out. So H2 is there. H2 is there. So N2. So NU already we calculated. After getting NU, use this NU here. Then H2 is the 20 meter. Then we can calculate the N2 here. Then after what happened? So Q. So Q we may getting some X value. So after getting X value, again Q is equal to we may equal to the second case Q2 by root over H2. So Q is there, some X is the Q is there. So H is there, H2 is there 20 meter. Then we may calculate the Q2. For calculating the PU, we don't know the P. So first we should find out the power available in the first case. So how we can find out the power available in the first case? So we know that efficiency is equal to runner power by water power. So runner power we may treat it as a P1. So the efficiency is given in the first case the eta 1. The water power is rho Q G H. In the first case Q1 H1 is known. In the I am calculating for first case efficiency. Then I am using Q1 and H1. So rho is the density of water. Q is given in the first case, G is 9.81, H is given in the problem. So eta is known. Then P1 is equal to eta 1 into rho into Q1 G H1. By substituting all of this, we are getting a P1 something. So after getting P1, then we are equal to the unit power. So unit power as a unit power is equal to P1 by H1 3 by 2. So P1 already we know that here. So I am substituting here, then H1 as a 25 meter by 3 by 2. We are getting a PU as a some value. So after getting that PU, we can equal to the second case. How? P2 by H2 power 3 by 2. So H2 is given in the problem. PU just we calculated. So P2 we have to find out. So this is the answers. So likewise, all these problems we can calculate similar problems by using a turbine performance. In the last problem, we may take another last problem, unit specific speed problem. Okay, last problem in this turbine performance. A turbine is operates under a head of 25 meter. The head is given. So a turbine operates at a 25 meter at 200 revolutions. So it's rotated under 200 revolutions per minute. It rotates. The discharge is 9 cumes. Again the discharge under this head is 9 cumes. Again 9 cumes is nothing but 1 cume is equal to 1 meter cube per second. 9 meter cube per second. If the efficiency is 90%, efficiency is equal to 90%, overall efficiency or efficiency whatever it is, 90%. So determine, find specific speed of the turbine, and second one power of the turbine, and third one type of turbine. So what is the type of turbine? So already told that by knowing the specific speed we can conclude this is a which type of a turbine. So the NS is given whether it is a Francis turbine, the NS value is given whether it is a Francis, Pelton or Kaplan type of turbine. So this is so coming to the solution. First, so we know that efficiency is nothing but runner power by water power, nothing but power by water power. So then power is equal to efficiency into water power. So efficiency into water power is rho Q G H by 1000. If you want to getting a power in a kilowatt, just divided by 1000. Or if you want to power in only watts, need not to write divided by 1000. So we want to find out in kilowatts. Then efficiency is 0.9, rho is the density of water 1000, Q is given is 9 meter cube per second, acceleration due to 9.81, H is given 25 meter, then 1000. So 1000 gets cancelled. Then P is for first case power available is around 1986.5 kilowatt. This is a power developed. So coming to the NS. So NS is equal to n root P by H power of 5 by 4 is the problem. N root P by H power of pi by 4. H power of 5 by 4. So n already is given in the problem 200. For 25 meter head we are getting a 1986.5 kilowatt divided by H is a 25 meter power 5 by 4. By substituting all of this we are getting as a something, just wait, this is 200 root over 1986 or something 0.5 into 200 divided by 25 power 5 by 4. So around 159. NS we are getting 159.45 RPM. This is a specific speed of this order head 25 meter head availability. The specific speed is around 159.46. So whenever the specific speed known, the specific speed of the turbines ranges we know that for 159.45 it is a Francis turbine. So this NS is in the range of Francis turbine. That's why this turbine is a Francis turbine. So till now around the hydraulic turbines is completely over. Now in the next class we will go for water power engineering. Thank you.